Senses. Om Magnana Timrantasya Gnanajana Shalakaya Chakshuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Reading from the book Harinama Cintamani, a Nama Bhajana book, page 47. In order to prevent the pain of having to reject one's guru, one should first carefully examine him to see if he is a pure devotee of Krishna. Even in receiving a material article, one examines it for quality. Once having accepted a qualified guru, if one disobeys his instruction, one commits a grave offense. By that, even demigods can fall down to hell. How should the guru be respected? The guru's bed and seat, his shoes, car, water from washing his feet, and his image should be respected. If one fails to respect them or worships someone else as guru in the guru's presence, that is a devious mentality. Trying to minimize the bona fide guru. One should regard the Guru as one's Lord and Master, obey his words and instructions, and when seeing him, fall flat on the ground. One should loudly glorify the Guru, never disobey his order, take his prasada remanence, and not discuss anything that Guru dislikes. Surrendering oneself humbly at the Guru's feet, one should act so that he is pleased. If one acts in this way and performs Krishna Nama Sankirtana, one will gain all perfections. That is a statement of the Vedas. The Guru will give proper teachings concerning the holy name, and after having established faith in the holy name in a person's heart, will formally give him the name of Krishna or a mantra containing the name of a Krishna to chant as his sadhana. This is Diksha. If by bad association or contact with bogus literature, one happens to reject or disrespect such a bona fide Nama Diksha Guru, one should immediately give up the bad association and literature and in sorrow approach the feet of one's Guru. Being all merciful, the Guru will reinstate him, and by again chanting sincerely, he will attain prema. That person who thinking himself lower than a blade of grass, aspires for the dust from the feet of Haridasa Namacharya, will be qualified to sing always the touchstone of the holy name. Chapter 7. Criticism of Scripture. Jaya Jaya Gadai Gauranga Nityananda, Jaya Sitapati Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Haridasa spoke, Lord, the fourth offense is criticism of scripture. This will also obstruct one's bhakti. Scripture means the four Vedas, the Upanishads, the Puranas. Having emanated from the breathing of Krishna, they constitute perfect knowledge and authority. Particularly in spiritual matters, these must be referred to as the final proof. Because the material senses of a man characterized by the four faults of Karanapatva, limited perception, Brahma, illusion, Vipralipsa, desire to report something other than what is perceived, and Pramada, inattention of the senses, cannot possibly perceive anything beyond the material level of unconscious matter. The spiritual realm would be unapproachable without the aid of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna has given the four Vedas, which are beyond the four faults of the senses. And by this alone can man progress towards the spiritual goal. What are the contents of the scriptures? The wise man will understand that karma and jnana are secondary and worthless as independent processes, and that the path of bhakti is the essence. The Vedas stand as the authoritative guide and reference, pramana, and they prove nine different topics, which may be classified into sambandha, abhideya, and prayojana. By these 10 principles, the Vedic authority and the nine topics which the Vedas prove ignorance is destroyed, and transcendental knowledge is revealed. These nine principles may be summarized as follows. There is one Supreme Lord Vishnu, the largest possessor of all energies. Krishna is the fountainhead of all rasas and is seated in his Dhamma, where he eternally gives joy to the jivas. The jivas are particles of Lord, unlimited in number. infinitesimal in size, but conscious. Some jivas are eternally bound in the material universe, being attracted by illusionary pleasure. Some jivas are eternally liberated and engaged in worshipping Krishna. They reside with him as associates in the spiritual sky and experience prema. Krishna exists with his energies, the material energy, jiva energy, and spiritual energy in a state of simultaneous identity and differentiation, permitting all, yet remaining aloof, which is only possible by his inconceivable power. Achintya Veda Tattva. The process of specifically mentioned Abhideya for the Jiva in the Vedas is a ninefold process of devotion service, divided into Vaidhi and Raga Bhakti. Of the nine processes, the hearing and chanting of the holy name are principal means. That is the reason the chanting of Om is glorified in the Vedas. The final goal or constitutional platform, Prajna, of the Jivas is the activity of pure bhakti, prema. This is attained by the mercy of Krishna. These are basic principles for the guidance of the Jivas which are denoted by the Vedas. If one criticizes the Vedas, that's an offense to the holy name. Such a person is a low rascal. In the history of India, there are six personalities who invented theories, and by their inventions, they simply brought themselves to no good end. Jamini, through claiming to follow the Vedas, does not recognize the Supreme Lord and recommends karma kanda activity independent of worship of God. By conclusion, Kapila thinks that the Lord is imperfect and recommends the process of yoga without understanding its goal. Taking shelter of the philosophy that everything is illusion, the Jainas preach against the Vedas. The atheist Charvaka had no respect for the Vedic knowledge, and similarly the Buddhist. Gautama does not worship the Lord, but instead thinks in terms of human beings. All these philosophies are against the Vedas, sometimes directly and sometimes in a hidden way. Therefore, a wise man, knowing that belief in these philosophies make one an offender, completely avoids them. Another philosophy to be avoided is that of the Mayavadis. The scriptures are not genuine, but are distortions of the meaning of the Vedas. Actually, they are covered Buddhism and are meant to mislead the foolish people in the Kali Yuga. On the order of the Lord, Shiva appeared in a Brahmana family and became an Acharya. Then, like Jamini, while taking the authorities from Vedas, twisted meaning to delude the world. He took the Buddhist doctrine of illusion and tried to delude the world. By doing this, he covered the direct meaning of the Vedas and the process of bhakti. Thus, if one accepts any of these philosophies, there is no place for real bhakti. It takes the holy name along with these philosophies. One is committing serious offense to the name. One simply brings about one's own end. If the jiva can accept the direct meaning of the Vedas, which is the path of pure bhakti, he will be rewarded with the sweetness of prema. But if he takes indirect meaning of metaphorical interpretations as a real meaning, he cannot come to the truth and dies of his offense to Krishna. Principal sound in the Vedas is Om, which is the name of a Krishna, and by chanting the name, one can achieve the goal of life. This name is utilized by the devotees in the Sri Sampradaya. The Vedas state that the holy names is the spiritual form of the Lord in the material world. It is so powerful that even the faint influence of the name can bring about perfection.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Alexander Prabhu, I stop here, Prabhu. Definitely, I see a lot of good things coming here. If you read the last couple paragraphs from the earlier chapter, in the olden days, definitely every disciple used to have a guru, follow the principles of guru, and respect the guru, which we don't see in this material world. Now, some people think, some people have a misconception. Guru means we have to do everything, and then he doesn't give us enough time to sleep or enough time to eat. That's actually a false interpretation. It is to be make sure that the disciple should also follow the religious practices. I definitely remember one story. There used to be a person who used to chant, and then he knows that he's going to die. He immediately approached one spiritual guru and said, and then mentioned about his particular situation. The person, the teacher said, "Okay, you chant this mantra for your remainder of the life, and let's see what happens." The magic happens that the person who was supposed to die gained his life back, and he was in the path of bhakti. What happened here? He approached a person, accepted him as a guru, and followed his principles. That is what is being recommended. Even in this material world, one should also accept uh, uh, one should also accept a bona fide guru and make sure he follows the principles of the guru that is being teach that is taught to him. Which is even Srila Prabhupada also says in his purport in Bhagavad Gita. Is always accept one of the guru and then be on the path of devotion. Definitely he will attain the moksha or the liberation, and he will be, what do you say, he will go to the Supreme Lord's world. Otherwise, one who is having materialistic desire will always go back and will always take birth in this world until he attains his perfection. One more thing, what they say is the Vedas are written a long back, and there are a lot of proofs that it has got its meanings. In due course, the impersonation Mayavadis have changed the meaning in such a way. They have actually twisted the whole meaning in a different form and make sure that people who are in the past process of bhakti have left a path. I've seen my own in my own life one example, and then after several attempts, that person came back into the path of devotion, and he's now doing good. So the Vedas, Upanishads, the Puranas have the real meaning. And then again, if you go back to even Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, even it also tells about the passions of Krishna and also the duties that we need to perform. And here we talk about the nine principles, which I see as a Navavida Bhakti, basically making sure that we have the Krishna as our fountainhead, who is the supreme soul, and then he protects the entire. He created universes and also protect them. Again, there are examples cited here where people have studied Vedas but had a different had a different what is a perception, and they ensured that they change the word. Now that is actually I can say it's offense, a serious offense. Yes, everyone has to do the path of devotion. They have to do karma kind activity that is described in their life, but they should not disrespect anything that Vedas, or they should not go into the path of like a bad association. A good association will always give them a good energy and also have a good life. I'm the one example here where after me joining this ABCD and all, I'm able to get myself more awareness. Okay, what offenses did I do in the past? What I shouldn't do now.